Jim and Joe, thanks for joining me today. Really appreciate you guys coming by. Tell me a little bit about Farron and what that is. What is a Farron?
Farron is a Germanish word for we're going or we're doing,
Okay.
Or we're leading or we're driving. If you remember Fahrvergnügen, it's based on that word.
Got it. That's cool. Tell me about what the business is. Like, when do I call Farron? Where am I at in my life when I say I should get a hold of these guys? And
the right time to call us is when you realize you don't either have the right team in place.
Sounds like a position I'm usually in when I'm already kind of frustrated.
Yeah, when you get to that point on some key initiatives and you realize either you don't have enough of the right people or you don't have the people that you need, and you don't want to call another agency and you can't hire somebody, we're a good place to turn.
Got it.
Because we've got a group of people that can come in at the director or the VP level to lead your key initiatives, to play a key role on a interim, fractional, part-time, or contract basis, or just be extra muscle to kind of help push those key projects forward faster.
I got it. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing that. If I'm a person in an organization and I'm kind of reaching to that spot, what are some of the early warning signs that I should be looking out for?
Yeah, I think there's a couple signals. One is when you're under competitive threat or when you see a competitor doing something and you need to respond.
And you don't have the tooling to do so?
And you don't have the tooling or the team, or in some cases the ideas, or you just need an external perspective. So that's one signal. The second signal is when you're seeing an opportunity to go faster or to move more aggressively.
Okay.
And you need the kind of talent that can help you make a step change in your results.
Got it.
And those results could be either the pace at which you're going or the in-market results or something more qualitative about the way that the team is working.
I see. So let's go to step one that you had mentioned. What if I'm the only one that notices this in my organization and it's just me and I'm telling other people, maybe I'm telling my boss or a peer or something saying, we've got this competitive threat. And they're like, yeah, but we've always done it this way.
Yep.
What are some of the things I can do to start to unhinge that? Besides just saying, "Well, screw it, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
Should I get everybody in a room? Should I start whiteboarding things? Like what? How should I be able to start to communicate that need that I see?
Well, and first off, that problem happens all the time, right? And so you see people at the kind of usually the director level, the VP level. They're not the C-suite, but they're not the kind of the doers on the ground. They're the roles in an organization that's going to feel that friction, right? Where you have top-down priorities coming from the C-suite, probably very stuck in the ways that they've been working. At times, very waterfall for those in the kind of the software side of the house. And the people on the ground want to do more. They want to move faster. And that director VP level is the spot where you're going to feel that pain first, right? Where you're responsible for both strategy and execution. Those are the teams and the people we want to come in and help with that conversation. Some first things first, obviously identifying the issue. Data helps tremendously in those conversations, but it's not always easy to get.
Yeah.
So understanding where you're currently at is always a good first step. Jim, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wakes up as a VP of a large company and says, geez, I've got a digital transformation problem.
Right.
Nobody wakes up and says, I need to transform. But they do recognize that they either have a external pressure coming from competitors or market forces or disruptors that are going to force them to change, or they're realizing for a number of reasons like what they were doing isn't working anymore. So I think the first step would be to try to take the story and simplify it as much as you can about we're here, this is what we're getting, there's a future that we want to get to, we want it to be better, and we want it to look like this. And for us to go from here to there, some things need to change.
Yeah.
And no one will ever say, we need a whole digital transformation program.
Right.
But it'll come out in things like, well, we need to give our sales force a better set of tools, or we need to be more agile, or we have to change the mix of our talent on our team, or we need to distribute the way that we do our work differently.
Yeah.
And then that's where you can start to tell the story of there's a business opportunity in front of us, but we're going to need to go through some potentially painful changes, but the opportunity is really great if we do it.
Yeah. And I think that's the hard thing that I've seen before is that there's comfortability in doing it the way we've always done it, right? Like we've been growing, or, maybe not growing crazy, but we haven't been going backwards, and we've been doing it this way for 20 years. Why are we having this conversation?